Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be reviewing these Artistro watercolours that Artistro kindly sent to me to review for you guys. Here they are, just laying them out. They came in that really nice soft pink bag. When I opened it up in the mail I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lovely bag, I have to keep it. And inside we have these watercolour paper sheets. You get 10 in a pack, and which is quite nice, and then also there is this test swatch sheet, so you can put all your different colours down, see how they blend and the opaqueness as well. Is the it's like a film with all the different colours on it as well, just so you know which is which. I guess it adds up to correlate with the swatch sheet. And here are the actual paints. You can see you get a wide variety of colours. There are 48 colours in this set, and there's also this really nice watercolour brush and a 2B pencil as well, along with a mini round head paintbrush, which is very good for details, fine details. And there is also this tiny rubber that I was having a lot of trouble trying to get out of the packaging. And also a sponge on the other side. Here is a close-up of the watercolour paintbrush and the pencil, and also the mini round head paintbrush as well. Everything looks quite nice so far. It's definitely good that they added all this. It's nice to have like a whole set of rubber, pencil, paintbrush, pens. Yeah. And here is a close-up of the watercolour paper as well. This is 10 sheets and it's 5 by 10 inches and it is 300 grams. It's pretty stocky, it's quite thick. It's the same consistency as this swatch card paper as well. And here's a close-up of the paints, and I'm very interested to try the bottom colours. I think those would be really nice to try. They're neon colours, which I haven't used before in watercolours, so I think that'll be like a cool thing to try out. And here's the swatch card thingy. Some of the colours don't add up correctly, but I guess that usually happens a lot of the time. Next up, I am just doing all the swatches for the colours. At first I did use the watercolour brush. As you can see, I only did like 2 colours with the watercolour, the brush that holds the water in it. But it was a bit difficult to keep changing all the colours because you have to like squeeze the tube to get the colours out. So I decided to just use this flat-headed brush. It's just easier to fill in all of the squares. I think the watercolour brush will be good for on-the-go sort of watercolour paintings, and you know, while you're travelling, that sort of stuff would be useful for the watercolour brush. But for now I'm just using this flat-headed paintbrush. And here is the finished swatch card. You can see the neon colours, they are a bit dull on camera, but they are very vibrant in real life. And the colours, they do have a lot of vibrancy, which is really nice. And here is the painting we're going to be doing. I pre-drew it, and I also cut the corners round with this gadget here. I think I bought it on Amazon, but yeah, here is it's going to be a sun eye. It's just a random idea that I came up with. Let's just talk about a few pros and cons of this paint set. Some pros would be that it's definitely budget friendly for those who are trying to find a cheaper watercolour set but still have a variety of colours. It comes in at £20 or $26.99 if you're from the US. So it is very, very cheap for all the colours you get. 48 colours plus the paintbrush and the watercolour paint pen and the rubber. So yeah, it's quite a good deal. I would say that this is a great starter kit for beginners or intermediate learners looking for something that they can use, just, you know, go ape with the paint palette and not have to worry about the cost of the amount of paint that they're using, because I always have that problem when I am painting, like I don't want to use my expensive watercolours because what if I make a mess? What if I mess it up? So this is a great set for someone who just wants to go, you know, full out, do anything they want with watercolours and have no regrets for the outcome. This palette is also quite compact. I know that Artistro do have another watercolour paint palette that is a lot smaller than this, but which is intentionally for like compact travel palettes, but this one's quite small as well. It definitely will fit in a backpack or, you know, like a little bag that you're carrying with you. And a few cons, the main one being that the paints aren't high quality watercolour paints. You can definitely notice whilst painting with these paints that the pigment and the binder do tend to separate, which means you'll see sort of like little tiny specks of the pigment in between the paints. It sort of makes it look like it has a gritty effect. It's not too bad though, it doesn't cause a lot of trouble whilst using the paints, but it is noticeable. Another thing would be that these colours, they're not they don't blend as well, or I should say merge together as well. You'll notice a lot in watercolours that you have the wet technique of painting the canvas wet with water and then dropping on the colours, and usually you'll see the colours intermingle and disperse with each other, but it was a bit more difficult to do with this palette. I think that's to do with the binding agent that is used. I may be wrong, but to my knowledge I think that's what causes the paints to do that. Oh, or it might be oxgal. I know that's another determining factor on the paints like merging with each other. Just adding the finishing details now, like the white highlights. I'm just doing this with a paint pen. Anyone is interested in purchasing this watercolour set, I do have a 10% off code that you could use on Artistro's website. I will put the codes up on the screen now, and the first code is So Jaded Arts, and you can use this on Artistro's main website. I will link everything down below as well. And the other code is 10 Jaded Arts, which you can use this one on Artistro's Amazon page, and this is for UK, Canada and USA Amazon pages. Yeah, so if you were interested in buying this one for yourself, there is a chance to get 10% off if you are interested. If you have any suggestions on what I should paint next, what I should review next, or anything else you think would be interesting to see, please leave a comment below and I will definitely read them, reply and like everything I see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.